All right, everyone, this is going to be a very interesting Thomas Wooden Railway discussion today. I have before me a Happy Birthday Thomas and Boxcar. This was a two-pack that was sold for a number of years under the Learning Curve era. I have unboxed the Mattel version from like 2013, 2014, around that era. I have unboxed that one in a previous unboxing video, and I wanted to kind of compare what's inside this box to the one I've already looked at in the past. So you'll probably notice that this box has seen better days, without a doubt. This came from eBay, and because the box was in such poor condition, I got it for a very good price. And you know, I don't really mind that the box is torn up because I do want to unbox this and actually be able to appraise the toys in hand and everything like that versus just staring at it like a collector would, I guess. So I don't mind that the box is torn up because we're going to unbox it anyway. So this Happy Birthday Thomas and Boxcar, I remember seeing this on the shelves just for years and years, it seemed like. I'm guessing it was decently popular, but to me it never sold. And the problem with this is, even though it's just Thomas and a Boxcar, which you think, okay, you know, there have been a number of different Thomas 2-packs in the past, this would be about, you know, $23, $25, maybe $27 in the United States. I remember this pack selling for a lot more, and that's what always turned me off to it, is because it was like, okay, I'm gonna end up paying $30+ for two pieces of, you know, Thomas merchandise that normally, under any other circumstance, they wouldn't sell for that much. But I guess since it was an exclusive Festive Thomas in this pack, an exclusive birthday Boxcar, I guess they felt the need to charge more. So that's why I never picked it up, because, you know, you could buy, I don't know, like a tender engine for $25, but you paid like $30 or $35 for this, when to me on the outside it doesn't look all that impressive, but who knows. So that's the reason I wanted to get this. I want to unbox it here as part of the review, and then we'll compare it to the Mattel 2013 version. So if you didn't see that on the back there really quick, it also comes with a sticker sheet that I believe is included. I think that was part of, like, the seller emphasized that on eBay. So if that's not included, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. Although I am very interested in looking at this Boxcar here. So the box itself, look at, I mean, it's practically falling apart. So I thought this would just make for a perfect little unboxing video. And yes, it looks like all of this is included, which is great. There's your sticker sheet. Awesome. So the idea here is that I think you're supposed to give it as like a birthday gift, and you spell the individual's name on the bottom or something like that. And they give you a fair amount of choices there with numbers and everything. So, oh, we get a character card. I guess I will open this. So yeah, this review, this Thomas Wooden Railway discussion is going to turn into a little bit of an unboxing video. Uh-oh. I think that shows how old these sticker things is. I think they've literally lost their stickiness, so they're coming undone from inside there. I was really hoping to actually spell something out on the bottom of this Boxcar, but if they're all gonna fall apart, I guess I'm just trying to be very careful so that I don't. Yeah, we're gonna lose some numbers in this, and letters. So I'm gonna keep this in the packaging right now so that I don't lose anything else. But we have a pamphlet here. We also have a character card. Let's see. Happy Birthday, Thomas and Boxcar. I do like this version of Thomas. The Mattel version, a sneak peek to later in the video, looks something like that. The streamers are the same, but he has a little hat, and I don't know if the hat's really necessary. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. So this is known as the Happy Birthday Thomas and Boxcar. The character card says, "Happy birthday! Celebrate your birthday with the most famous engine on the island of Sodor. Thomas the little tank engine, is considered by all to be a really useful engine." So these character cards in later years are actually known for being like kind of messed up and presenting like really weird information. So the absence of a capital T there for tank is not in the least bit surprising. That's almost like verbatim what Thomas's character card, not the birthday part obviously, but the really useful engine, I'm pretty sure that's like verbatim from what Thomas's ordinary character card says. So, and as you can see there, this is from 2006 it looks like. So I collect these character cards, I keep them, so that's always really nice. And then the pamphlet here, I don't want to get too far into this. The Day at the Work set. I do like that set. Let's, yeah, I don't think we really need to go into this. Sorry if you were looking forward to it, but there's pictures of this online. I kind of want to focus on this for now. So sorry about that. So to get Thomas out of the box here, yep. All right, good thing I brought some scissors along because we're going, oh, I guess I can just tear that apart. So I'd love to know the backstory of this toy. Why did it end up in such poor condition? It was never removed from the box. And why it ended up in eBay and how it eventually ended up in my possession. So yeah, really interesting. The fact that it was never opened, I'm guessing, makes it probably like a birthday gift that was just never given out. Wow, these are so old. Those aren't supposed to fall apart like that. They are so old, they're just falling apart. I mean, I guess we're nearing 15 years-ish. Okay, so the problem is that has broken off, so I actually can't get in there. But I brought some scissors, maybe? Okay, I'm squeezing as hard as I can. I might have to do a jump cut here. I wasn't really expecting that. Okay, we got one of the wires loose. This is supposed to be a professional Thomas Wooden Railway discussion video. It has turned into one of those crazy unboxing videos that I do from time to time, which I am hoping to do. There we go. I am hoping to do one of those here soon. All right, here we go. Looks like we can get Thomas out. I hope I've been keeping everything in frame. I haven't really been looking. So, okay, we got Thomas out. Now we got to get the Boxcar out, which I believe is the same ordeal. So let's get in here. I gotta figure out which way these wires need to go first. Wow, this is a mess. I don't think I even want to really untie any of that. I think I will just come in. If I can prop it up a bit, I'll come in with my scissors. Get under that there. Gotta use both hands. There we go. Okay. I don't know, maybe it might have to do one more cut. Oh no, I don't think we will. Alright, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this unboxing video. We'll get to the actual discussion part in a second. So the Boxcar's out. I see something really interesting here on the side. You guys see that? It's like, it's hard plastic. Oh, maybe, I think, oh no, it still moves. Man, I don't know what that is. Huh. It's like this piece of plastic that they slid in there. I was guessing it was to keep the door from moving while it was in the package here, but you saw I could still move it. Anyway, I just saw that. Is there one on the other side? Okay, I guess not. So let me clear everything away that we don't need. So this was a really nice, fun part of the review, obviously. Hope you guys enjoyed that, but let's get to the actual Thomas Wooden Railway review here. So we have two items. This is a bit dusty. I mean, you guys could see the back of the pack, or the outside of that packaging there was dusty. This is actually really dusty too. So here is this Happy Birthday Thomas. It's a lot of words to put on the bottom of this train. I'm surprised they fit. Pamphlet, or the character card, said 2006, which would make sense. I think that aligns with the date that this was released. I hope it is. Just kind of looking at this train for the first time, there's definitely an abundance of streamers. I think you guys can see that. There's a little bit of, see that there? Actually, I can actually feel that with my finger. I don't know what that is. This Thomas was obviously never used, and if it was put back together very, very nicely. See that little swirly thing by the one? Okay, I'm a bit confused. I'm trying to figure out like what's actually supposed to be part of the streamers, and I don't know what that is. Alright, so this is a very weird video so far. Let's take a look at the Boxcar. I don't mean to like totally disregard this Thomas. It looks cool. It has your classic Thomas face. I'll take a look at this in a sec when I compare it to the 2013 version. So here's the Boxcar, which is what I was kind of more interested in. I mean, I love versions of Thomas, but I have so many versions of Thomas that I'm just kind of immune to it at this point. So this Boxcar here, this is, I guess it's painted on because it doesn't really feel like a decal. But this is just your ordinary boxcar that you would get back in the early 2000s, just repainted to say happy birthday on both sides. So I love the color. The coloring on this is extremely bright and it's really nice. There's a lot of nice detail. And this is surprising, no name on the bottom, because I don't know if we'll get to this, you're supposed to put your own name or whatever you want to write on the bottom there. So that's just very interesting to look at obviously a mid-2000s Thomas item with no name on the bottom. You think it'd be a factory error, but actually it's not. There's a reason behind that. So I am a big fan of this item so far. If you look past the decorations and into the back there, it looks like it's just a white boxcar. And we've seen kind of those vans before in the Thomas series, so I would love to see like a white version of this. I mean, we can have like a nice brightly colored door and a roof and everything, but imagine this without the happy birthday decals. A very interesting model that would be. You guys have seen me doing this the whole time, but there's presents inside. Yeah, I'm really liking this so far. This is super nice. I've never had one of these. I've just seen pictures of it online. Obviously, it's meant for a very specific purpose, but that doesn't really bother me. So in a sense, this is a 2-pack with a Happy Birthday Thomas and then a Happy Birthday cargo car, or excuse me, a boxcar, I should say. Happy Birthday Thomas and Boxcar. There you go. That's the official name. So like I said, this was sold for a number of years and I never picked it up because I thought, since it was like priced more than I thought it should be, I was like, I don't know why. I mean, I just never had any interest of picking this up. So that's like your classic Thomas face from this era. Let's see. So all this is painted on, I'm guessing. I can feel down here, this feels like really raw and unfinished. Kind of where the running board should be. That's really interesting. I don't know what that squiggly line is. I hope you guys see that. I guess it's just supposed to be one of these streamers. But, I don't know, it just caught my attention, looked really weird. So, and I can definitely feel that. I think that's just an error in the wood making process, to be honest. So let's compare this. Let's get to the actual review part. We've spent, I don't know, 12 minutes just unboxing this item. Let's get to the comparison part of this review, because if you consider this to be a Thomas 2-pack that is centered around, having a birthday party, then Mattel did something very similar to this around the 2013-2014 era. Actually, it might have been a little bit later than that. I'm not 100% sure. So let me move the camera down so we're actually looking at what we want to look at. So in the back there is the learning curve version. Here is the Mattel version. First of all, let's take a look at the Thomases. So big change here, the CGI face. Thomas has like his unicorn thing going with the birthday hat, which is nice. The birthday hat is a nice addition. It's not entirely realistic, but still looks good. I always thought the eyes or the pupils on this were just too big. For my liking, but then this is just your classic Thomas face that I have so many versions of that Thomas. So the streamer design, this is what I was curious about. The streamer design is a little bit different. This one seems a little bit more chaotic, like they literally threw a bunch of streamers on top of Thomas. This one seems more organized. You kind of see them, I don't know, laying over his boiler area in a more organized fashion. But this big yellow streamer right at the front here, and almost this really, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like the paint splattered Thomas from the Thomas 3-pack. That's what it really reminds me of. I was trying to figure out, I was like, man, I feel like I've seen this somewhere. So there's where it says underneath. So they actually did fit Happy Birthday Thomas onto the first version. This one is just Birthday Thomas, so I guess no happy there. The backs look completely the same onto the other side. And because, I really don't know the process that they use to make this design, but it's not exactly symmetrical, if that makes sense. There's discrepancies if you go from one side to the other. At least I think there are, yeah. Okay, so these two are actually really similar. It's like Thomas on his way to a birthday party, essentially, and he's all decorated and ready for the occasion. The only difference is this version of Thomas has the birthday hat. This one does not. Interestingly, though, neither of these Thomases have a special face. I guess you could call this a special face because the hat is actually ingrained in the plastic there, but no like special expression. So then if we were to put these aside just for a moment and take a look at the rolling stock that came with these guys, then we see a huge difference. So the Boxcar is the 2006 Learning Curve version, and the birthday cake is the Mattel version. Now, in my opinion, there is a clear-cut winner here, no doubt about it. The Thomases, I could kind of go either way. I think maybe just for nostalgic purposes, I like the older Thomas. I like the newer face. I love the CGI face, but I like the older Thomas itself. I don't really mind the birthday hat, I guess. But here, there is a clear-cut winner, and the clear-cut winner is the Boxcar. For one, it makes sense. If you have presents going to a birthday party, you need something to store them in along the way. So a Boxcar just makes sense. I love all the different colors. Red, white, blue, yellow. Just really nice pattern going on there. Big fan of this Boxcar without a doubt. This birthday cake, when I unboxed this in a massive unboxing video I did about a year ago, I think you guys will remember I was actually sorely disappointed in this item. For one thing, there was like no detailing on this cargo car, if you can even call it that. Looking back on it, we didn't know it at the time, but I would honestly say this is like a precursor to Thomas and Friends Wood. I mean, look at that, just no paint. Where's the paint? The only, I guess the redeeming part is that you had this nice little cake feature that I don't want to play it for copyright reasons, but it actually plays the Thomas and Friends theme song. And I mean, the cake isn't bad. You know, if you were doing a story, you just set it next to the track, and it's a massive cake. You know, if we're looking at the size comparison, it's taller than Thomas. So the cake is actually really cool. The cargo car that comes with it is not. So I think clear-cut winner is the original Learning Curve version, mostly because of this excellent piece of rolling stock here. I really like this. Obviously, you're kind of restricted to what you can use it for unless you're having a birthday every day on the island of Sodor. And I don't know, I didn't grow up with this face of Thomas, but this version of Thomas was around for so many years, and having not, you know, bought a new item and actually unboxed a new item like this with this face in a long time just kind of takes me back. So I really like it. And I don't know, to me, everything, this just seems like a really nice quality toy. I don't know if I'd pay $30, $35 for it, which is what it was going for back in the day. Maybe that's the only downside, is for some reason, I think maybe because of the sticker sheet associated with it, this was more expensive than like a normal Thomas 2-pack. Whereas the Mattel version here, I did buy this for probably like $24.99. Well, I didn't pay full price. But normal full price for this would be $24.99. And you can argue you get less with this, so it should be cheaper. But maybe that's the big appeal there. I mean, the face is cute, the hat's cute, but are we really going for cute when it comes to these Thomas toys? I think there's an element of that should always be present, but the way Thomas and Friends merchandise is going, it just seems increasingly more like baby toys than actually like, you know, I don't know, I think I should just stop there. But yeah, the cargo car is a huge disappointment here. I don't mind the hat. And the streamer design is pretty much the same. I can't really complain about that. I don't know, I think it just depends on which era of Thomas you grew up with. So, to me, I guess we'll get back to the main reason why I did this review, is to compare the two. I hope you guys have learned something. I'm a big fan of this. I actually wish I would have picked it up sooner, but then again, I really liked the price that I picked it up. And I'm glad I was able to take it out of the box and use it, and like, you know, hold it in my hand and dissect it versus staring at it, you know, if it was still in the box and the box was in pristine condition and everything like that. So, very briefly, I want to take a closer look at this. We have numbers and letters falling off everywhere. I think it's just because they're so old. Yep. So the idea here, man, I was really hoping to actually put these stickers on the bottom. Oh, everything's just coming off. I was really hoping. That's actually supposed to be a sticker sheet right there. I thought maybe there was something underneath it. I mean, we're just gonna make a mess, I guess. There was supposed to be something underneath it, you know, that you would peel off and then stick to the bottom. But that was actually, this is actually just a sticker sheet, and it's been around, it's been in existence for over 10 years, and it's just lost its stickiness. So I was actually going to spell out Kikre 24, which, where are my K's? Are my K's on the ground? H-I-J, oh, we got K's, derp, sorry guys. So K-E-E-K-R, ooh, we'd have one, actually we have a couple of E's to spare, no worries. And then 24, 2-4. So yeah, I guess I could have done it. And I think I would have fit on the bottom here, definitely would have fit on the bottom here, considering they put that on the bottom. So, I mean, these aren't the same, I shouldn't compare these two. This is like printed on, these aren't the decals. But dang, I was really hoping to, to do something. I mean, oh, these are just gonna all fall off. What a shame. I guess I could come in with some tape. Maybe that's something I'll post on Twitter later if I want to take the time to do that. But anyway, I was looking forward to that. I guess we can't do that. Now I got some cleanup to do. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this very weird and bizarre Thomas Wooden Railway discussion. I had a lot of fun showing this off. Sorry I got a little bit messy here. But it was really cool to unbox. It's always cool to unbox something that's, you know, been in the box for a really long time and hasn't like seen the light of day. So man, really happy to unbox that. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. You guys are awesome. And I will see you on the next Thomas Wooden Railway discussion.